And that took a sec. Hello everybody, welcome to Sanctuary Sundays. It's me, Solid Green Jerry back here. Um, yeah, so I I I I don't know, dude. Um, we can actually get right into it. I just selected my things. We don't have any memory rate up characters. Um, or rate up tags, right? So it's just gonna be straight up just mono red humans. That's what we're gonna do. So remember, guys, either run immunity to bleed entirely, or you kind of get cooked. I wish I could have magic blockage immunity, which I kind of do, but the problem ends up being that I need whatchamacallit, I need more ult boost is what it kind of ends up coming out as. Um, yeah, and actually, since we actually do have Demon Clerics on run, it kind of does work pretty well. But yeah, I do want to talk about as we do this week because I don't have anything really else to do, but man, I crashed out pretty hard like on the banners, man, and it's gonna get worse. And I know why it's gonna get worse. Now let me tell you something, by the way. Let me actually just short this. One doesn't really matter. Let's just get to it. But as I was saying, yeah, it's gonna get worse. And y'all wanna know why? They just released another collab teaser. Another one. I'm gonna put it on double speed and then auto. But they just released a second collab teaser, and y'all wanna know what it is? If you haven't already heard, we are getting Hatsune Miku collab, and they dropped, dude, and he dropped one of the most insane outfits I never thought I needed until I saw it, and it made me question: will I have enough moolah for it? Evasion, SPH rate. I think we're gonna go with SPH rate. But it made me question whether I'll have enough in-game currency by the time that event comes. And the reason I say this is because they dropped in my opinion, one of the hardest possible outfit skins or possible character skins that might come out. Now this is time limited, and this is something that I would like, which again I didn't know I needed until I saw it. And what do I mean? Hold on, let me pull it up. Because I'm subscribed both of them on my own channel and the one I watch stuff in. So I get to spam with stuff. But let's see. Pull it up. Hold on, as I do that, let me just get to the next one. I can get pretty fast at this one, but again, I end up using these sessions to just kind of yap y'all. But poison resist, first round is always sleep resist since there's no bleed resist quite yet. Yeah, this makes it less cringe in the first fight. I think the second one might be poison for sure, but I can't quite remember. You can clear through poison, but sleep is a pain in the ass. There we go. EAM. I was subscribed to Team Care, but even on my main one. I guess not. No, I am. Why wasn't it showing up on my subscriber feed? What? ABCDTEA. Get tech. Tech on upward carries. Why isn't it here? It should be literally right after or before tech time. What the fuck? Bro, why are some of my subscriptions not showing up on my thing? Fuck. Oh, it's because it's in Japanese. Just add Team Caravan. Oh, it's that's so funny. Well, I'm gonna take a quick screenshot of this. And I already finished the next one, right? Wow. Yeah, because again, I can always like do these ones. I think at this one I'm kind of like pretty much used to it. Accuracy, efficiency, we do want survivability. SG discount rate and overheal. It's not too bad. The living shred or the maybe I might die shred. These are kind of very mild buffs. I think I'm gonna go with a mild SP discount. Am I correct? Is this one the sleepy boss or is this a poison one? Sleep rest, slow rest. I believe it's sleep. If it's poison, I'd be surprised if I'm not. I think it really matters because our character, if we can ult, I believe still has the 100% immunity to both of those, but this might be a poison one. Interesting. Alright, file, save as... Out of my thumbnails. There's... Miku. Transform, stretch, fit the screen. There we go. Alright. Let me see it. So yeah, they dropped Hatsune Epsilon. Bro. I didn't know I needed it until I saw it. And all I'm gonna say is I need it. I have no idea what bloody fucking genius saw that in their head and said, yeah, you know what? Epsilon looks like Hatsune Miku. You know what? Let's do a collab. And that guy must, the other, I'll say it. Every other guy that has been dropping banners is a fucking idiot. Whoever made that marketing campaign is an absolute fucking genius. I've been mad, bro, at Mastercard because just of the sheer like carelessness of the banner. Because I did actually think about it, right? It's not so much that the banners are bad. It's the fact that it's an 1,000-day banner, right? It's not because it's not just a normal banner. Because if it was just a regular rerun for a Shadowfest, it's one thing, right? It's a rerun. It doesn't really matter. It's just standard rates. They have like double SS rates, which is cool, I guess. Assuming you need it, I think for whales that already have Shadowra, it's better for you technically on paper because you have chance to just build up limitless ults, basically, right? Or limitless universal dupes, technically, which can be pretty valuable, but not necessarily the best place. Not necessarily the best thing you can do or should do. But I mean, they're there. They're an option. But I think the thing that showed me that they really didn't really care, and what I find most annoying about it is the fact that they couldn't even be bothered to correctly copy and paste a goddamn Excel sheet. You don't make mistakes like that. Get hard. There is no goddamn way that needs to be a thing. Like, bro, your entire purpose is to sell me a product, right? I'm complaining, right? So what the fuck? The hell is summer only? Interesting. I mean, it's a mono-human banner, mono-human team up, but it's not too bad. Each enemy damage inflicted by self inflicts stun on single enemy for. I do like this. I don't know if it's stun immune. I don't know if she's stun immune. Probably is. We can probably try it. There's just a little bit of, like 5% speed loss, 5% evasion. We're fine. I think that she herself gives us enough speed boost anyway, so we're probably fine to test it. I don't. Again, I know she's. I don't even know if she's bleed immune actually. I don't think Aurora's bleed immune. I think she might be blockage immune, but I don't think anything else really. Yeah, let's go with this. Yeah. I clicked on the right one, right? I think I did. I think so. Oh yeah, no. Setting aside, because again, it's a fact that it's like 1,000 days. I'm like, don't try to oversell it. It's just a rerun. Like, hey, guys, we're having a rerun banner. It's fine. Do a little something. 1% on the shadow banner. Come on, a little bit something. We don't. The rates could be 3%. That might sound like it's a bad thing. Realistically, in my opinion, the ones that do get lucky on the 6% banner get lucky. But the problem is, statistically, on paper, you have less of a chance of getting a 1%. You have less of a chance, mathematically, of getting. Well, not statistically, yeah, because statistics look at different things. Like, statistically, there's a higher chance of you getting a character, right, an SS character, right? But mathematically, on the perspective of percentages, right? So there's 1% versus 0.69% is significant. That's a 66% increase. That's a 66% increase in like percentage basically, right? And probably like if anything, it might be a little like closer to 30%, but a 30% higher chance of getting a character is not insignificant. Because we go here by standards of 50 fucking 50. And again, it's already less than 33%. It went from 33% on the 1% banner to about, what is it, like a, cause I mean, technically it's better than the original Shadowra banner. I believe it probably is. But again, the problem is Shadowra, I already got Shadowra. It doesn't really do anything for me. I can't really get anything extra from it. I mean, I can, technically, but why would I summon on a character I already have that I can essentially just get indefinite dupes for, right? But I didn't do the correct one, though. That's just good. I didn't get anything out of it. It's kind of sad. But yeah, like, why would you do that, right? And again, I think it's one of those just normal things that, like, again, somebody that has to measure the amount of currency they spend has to worry about. Because I actually saw a recent post that asked, "Hey guys, I'm new. What could I do to kind of like make my account?" And they asked, "Should I go for the shadow banner when they're like 140 in?" I'm like, "Bro, if you're past like 30, you're already committed too much. Anything above 30, in my opinion, is too much commitment. In my opinion, the best thing you can do if you really don't have that much is get 30 pulls. If you don't get it by the 30 pull, you at least get the weapon and dip." So maybe next time when you come in, right, you already have the weapon pity. You can move on, so you can get the character pity, and then get it. Now, if you get it a bit earlier, you get the weapon again. You have multiple copies. Again, that's only and this is a big if. If you're at low gems, realistically, the better option is wait for your character or wait for your account to reach about 63ish to 64ish thousand phantasm gems. Or well, gems in general, as I'm just currency and getting currency, right? and then pull on both them and the weapon to have enough guaranteed, right? That's the goal. If you get the character early, maybe do another pull to maybe even out the balances, but that's only if you really want to get an extra copy. Because I've done 30 pulls and I've been pretty happy. But again, it's one of those things that like don't go like multiples of 30. It's like what I recommend for that type of stuff. And again, none new newbie swap. Oh, okay. Hello. Oh, it's not bad. It's pretty good. Good to know. Yep. No, we're cooked. Save mine. My deal of mine. Aqua grass. We're gonna go with poisonous. Assuming that's the right one. I don't remember. Yeah, I think there's some because again, I'm doing definitely doing this rate a bit earlier than I typically am known to upload. So that's kind of like a big. I don't should because my plan originally. I'm gonna share this with you. My plan originally was to upload at 10. I keep kind of starting to record at 10 because I get kind of take a nap in between sometimes, and then if like an hour or two go by, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, well, shit. And then I don't want to record. It takes like a minute. I'm like, I don't want to record. But I guess this time around, I actually did feel like recording, so here we are, right? Start on healing boost, rip speed evasion. Go with this one, increase memory. Provoke, shield resist, slow resist. Yeah, I think the one before actually does give slow resist. Not slow. I think stun resist would have been interesting, but it's kind of like nothing I remember. Huh. I think we're fine. I mean, good stuff, right? We haven't really gotten that much SP boost rate, playing sadly. Yeah, the fact it's only like 18 minutes is actually not too bad. Especially with me like gapping in the back. On SP boost. Oh, there we go. Holy shit. That's one. Vampire, none. Mage's memory. The game knows what I'm trying to cook. The game is cooking, and I'm the chef. And I'm the sous chef. Oh well, I guess the better line would be the game is cooking, and I'm the customer. That'd probably be the better line. That's fine. Let's try this. I think the reason I chose the poison immunity, by the way, is I think typically on some of these stages, some of the later ones, and I think they just poison the fuck out of you. Well, clear. Wait, hold on. Who died? No, hold on. No. Wait a second. Why'd you die? What? Hold on. What the fuck? Okay, death. She should have really high evasion. Uh-huh. Well, as soon as we get the combo, we have to hit it. I don't know how exactly she's Going that fast. Oh, we're cooked. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. We're not. 15% damage reduction is as high as I can get it right now. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Dude, y'all see that? Holy shit, what the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? How much damage is it? 7,000 damage for someone she blocked. I guess because she doesn't have taunt is maybe what's happening. God damn, dude. Oh, that's not good. Damage. What the fuck? Slow res, heal res. Dark res. We have dark res. I think sleep. No, we have sleep res. You know, we have that. We have energetic memory. I guess liberating memory would probably be the next one. Yeah, no, that's kind of insane how much damage we took from that one. We might need to redo this one. Might. Because we didn't actually get anything, like, super crazy, like... Try that. Nope, she's dead. Okay. I need to actually swap to a taunt, because I don't exactly know what's killing her so fast. So we're gonna retry this. Retry, and then we're gonna retry. Yeah, because she shouldn't be exploding. Why in the flying fuck? Hold on. Claire, I know you're not that good anymore, but that's kind of insane, to put it mildly. Oh, you know what? I didn't have you last match, didn't I? Because you just exploded. I think I had her in the front, because it's not the one that would ignite in contact. It also provides a little bit of a healing boost, which is pretty decent. Lovely. Alright. She has, I believe she also has parry by default. Yeah, she gives her jump parry on the ult. Slow. Shield. Speed. At start of battle, Hellfire. And what else? Is that it? No. Hellfire on all enemies. Hellfire on single enemy. Yeah, recovering much for big sum of each. Attack. Alright, let's try this. I am very sorry. Why am I just igniting in contact? I might actually, you know, because I didn't actually swap to Epsilon, which would have been probably the more ideal option, but. Oh, come on. Dude, what is going on with these characters just suddenly solo targeting me? Okay. Okay. You know what it is, by the way? Because theoretically, it's like 50% dodge, right? Or evasion. I think they just upped the because I think I've talked about it, or we've talked about it before. Okay, pop that. Pop this, and then pop this. We lived! Oh, that was fine. I am not exactly sure what causes them to target certain characters above the other. Maybe perhaps like higher attack. That might be what's causing it. But also, why? Why? Alpha. Each time buff is granted on allied, it heals damage. Bro, really? Really? I think, by the way, whenever I see this, like, further cancels three buff effects, I hope to God that's not on self, because I don't think it says on self. So that's what I hope. Good God. Okay. Alright. Let's try this one. They made me take this manually. That's tough, bro. I don't know why the fuck suddenly like Aurora's used to be kind of easy. I mean, I don't expect that ever to be like extremely easy, but at the same time, brother. I mean, that's cooked. Okay, lovely. And Broski's died. Lovely. 8 seconds. Bleed rest, provoke rest. Yes. I want these guys again. The other guys made me scared. The guy's scary. I have no idea what it is, but the other one is just genuinely harder for no reason. Oh no. What the fuck is that? Are these buffs, dude? Genuinely, what the fuck are these buffs, actually? Oh, I'm not even gonna let you touch me for that. Whatever that move is, I believe kills me every time. I just would like to make sure that I come into the battle with full health. Please, thank you. Own healing boost, so 40% overheal raises the speed of counter evasion. Yes, please? Question mark? We'll see if that kills me or not. But I have hella discount now. Dark Purple with Sleep Resist, Slow Resist. He's actually not Stun Resist. That's kind of fun. That's good to know, actually. Fun fact, Aurora does not in fact have stun resist. That's good to know. Stop that. Pretty good. Great. Let's do that. And this. That. Kind of a disappointing combo, to be honest with you. Let's do this again. Pop that. Then I'm gonna pop. I believe. Let me get the for not Aurora, Claire. I have immunity. Full in immunity. I believe this lowers our accuracy by 35%, so that's kind of nice. I would like to see, by the way. Alright, so erases damage inflicted, slashes shield versus permanent erases. Yeah, we know that one. We have it's 2 stacks, right? Yeah, 2 stacks of magic barriers, so I should be basically immune to everything. Pop this again, or shake or whatever. We're gonna pop Aurora, then Shadow up. And this one, and then we're gonna pop. If we can somehow need to do more damage, we're gonna pop the. That's fine. 470,000 damage. It's whatever. This was a weird one. Honest to God, some of the monsters were harder than this. Granted, the fight took an eternity, but I think she was probably getting like half the time CC. So that makes a lot of sense in my opinion. I think the stun one actually might be kind of a little bit more game changing than I kind of give credit for. There's a cooldown on it. I don't know if it's per character, if it's just like anybody that applies it. Like if say Aurora applies it, there's like 1 second cooldown, or if there's a cooldown per character. I hope it's a cooldown per character because that means we can basically perma CC them. But yeah, what's the damage report, right? Yeah, everybody kind of did about the same damage. A million. Also, what the? Bro, what? Dude, that's 3 million damage. What the fuck? Does that feel like it's more health? I mean, it doesn't really feel like it matters too much, but like... I am kind of curious what the health trend has been, right? I personally believe probably the damage taken that you take from again name Bepsilon, or the damage reduction that you deal slash bonuses that you get from Bepsilon is pretty high, and honestly they're kind of one of those things that I think Blue's kind of screwed, and again, at least for me specifically, right? Because I think again, everybody probably has Bepsilon because Bepsilon's probably one of the best units in the game here, if not the best unit in the game. Not like probably if at least one of the best dual units, period, right? Because her utility goes above and beyond of what it typically normally would. Dual units have that tendency of just having that, but like. Again, so far I have 2 of them. I think for me personally, one of the better ones is probably been this Data duo, Delta, Zeta, Data. I think people call him Celta, which is not a bad one. I prefer to call it Data. But I'm a scrub. But yeah, no. Again, I I think probably by far the one that at least has remained the most consistent, even from the beginning for her release, has been Epsilon. Annoyingly so, but you know, is what it is with some things. But like, her prominence in the meta has been like, zero, like compared to everybody else is zero to one, right? There have been maybe like another character that's remained like PV, like say for example like PvP meta. One that remained the longest has probably been Claire. Claire is starting to fall off, in my opinion, in PvE content for sure. Especially with what seems to be an increase in accuracy of monsters. Because I think the devs realize it's kind of not necessarily game compelling to just be able to just not die as a tank. So if you increase the accuracy by like probably 140%, it might balance it out, because then you have like a 40% chance to hit. I don't know exactly how the accuracy scaling goes on that stuff, but I believe it's if you have like a 90% less accuracy or 90% we'll call it 90% evasion plus 35% accuracy loss, you kind of get screwed pretty bad as a boss / enemy from like a lot of mechanics. There's a lot of them that just kind of ignore it outright, yeah, especially in the world tree. For example, I still haven't cleared this, but I believe Banana told me one of the best options for this one is literally just straight up yellow Claire, which at this point is A5. So, you know, I probably should use her sometime this entry. She's A5. I've got her. I believe I've got her weapon now. I got no excuses. I just straight up just need to use her. So you know, kind of that. Oh, right. I still actually have to do her stuff on, but yeah, no. But anyway, please enjoy this. I was a little bit intrigued by some of the fights with the monsters, how they were just basically one-tapping us a little bit, to put it lightly. But yeah, no, hopefully you guys enjoy this. We are going to be summoning on this one first, and then we're going to end up on the call that banner, right? But yeah, as always, remember, I think honestly, by the way, one of the best things of the call is honestly the free daily summons. Probably the best thing, because it's like 20 chances of getting a character from the banner slash. I think it's just the new one, right? Or is it everybody? I don't know. It's everybody from it's everybody from the collabs. That's not too bad. I mean, slowly gets the pool gets diluted over time, but yeah, no, honestly, it's probably the best thing they can do. Again, I think the banners, these ones are kind of shit. But I kind of understand where they're coming from, because again, these are collab units, and Whole Life is making a lot of money from it. They probably have to. And again, I think Master of Garden has probably some of the highest collab counts so far from any game that I know. Other than Nikkei, which has some disgustingly good collabs. You know, it is what it is. Man, you know what's crazy, by the way? I'll tell you guys something, by the way. And it's so funny to me. So, if y'all remember, I summoned on the Grand Cross banners for the Eminence and Shadow banner characters, right? So here's the thing. Those characters basically got killed in like 1 to 2 patches. Which is kind of insane to me. I think what like Master of Garden has like a good tendency of is not outright killing a character, but just making it less relevant. But having like, it's again, the thing with like certain characters, right, is since they don't actually give you so much currency in this game, and again, it's not necessarily like a good thing, there's no character that will outright kill another, simply because you can't get every single character. And that's the cold harsh truth. You can't get every single character. In that game, there are certain characters that become irrelevant off the bat. In the Eminence Jedi Master Guard, you cannot summon unless you have a guaranteed, which basically makes it you go in you put it you gotta put in your whole ass. You can't half ass it. Whole ass or no half ass. And again, it's one of those things that is a bit of a good thing and a bad thing. In that game specifically, it has like a tendency of just you summon on a banner, you get your colored characters, and you move on. You move on with life because you know what it is. It's just not. It's not anything relevant for a while, especially with how certain characters just do not have the correct hits. Some of them don't have the nicest kits. And I think, honestly, the SS Plus gear system has been probably some of the best gearing system, in my opinion, / like revamp for a unit that I've ever seen. Because in Grand Cross, right, another game, right, they have what they call the Holy Relic system, and that one is essentially like an alternative version of the SS Plus system, but done incorrectly or in a worse manner. The reason behind it is because you use it, and what ends up happening is it is just a character that comes with an upgrade that you need. Like, not every character, in my opinion, should have a Holy Relic, even off the bat. Oh, pardon me from the alarm. But yeah, not every single character should have like an SS Plus gear, essentially, right? Off the bat. And the reason behind it is because what that entails is that if every single one of them has that, what ends up happening is it just becomes a core part of their kit, and it's not really a revamp. So when you come around like the second time and you realize the character has some skills that are not up to par, the only thing you can do is nothing. That's about it. The only thing you can do is nothing. Is what can you do, right? Like one of those things, by the way, that I will actually mention though is the SS Plus system on collabs is a little bit expensive. I really wish it could. Did you get character shards from? Is that what it is, by the way? 50 character shards. Oh, I just realized that's so funny. Okay, so that actually makes more sense. The reason it matters to get 50 character shards in this case, is because every single time you get one, you can exchange it, and you can get the rarity up faster. I just realized that. Okay, I never realized what does it mean by character shards. It doesn't mean you get 50 points on this banner. That's not right. That's what I always thought. That's what I thought when it says character shards. That's not true at all. I just realized. And my mind has been blown from that fact, because I just realized what the fuck character shard meant. Wow. Did it actually take me this long? Yes, it did, sir. Yes, it fucking did. And the reason behind why this matters, again, you can go exchange at the exchange shop, but it's not fair. Why is it not fair? Because there's nowhere to grind this, so you only have one option. In this case, you have two options, but one of them is a little bit expensive, but you can do it. And it also gets you dupes, which is I think the nice part. At least on paper, right? But again, back to the SS Plus gear system. Before I kind of finish up, right? One of those things, and again, I will actually give praise to the Master Guard, because it doesn't feel like if a unit is actual dog shit, there is always a chance of a unit being nice. Maybe even a year down the line. And that to me is actually kind of nice. Sometimes it takes like a good year plus for a unit to be like useful. Which honestly cannot necessarily be a good thing, but as time goes on, there are certain units that will come and go, which means your units aren't entirely useless, right? So there's always hope. It's always like, hey, this character just got an SS Plus gear. Your Shadowfest might get a revamp, so that means your A5 Epsilon might not be actually turd shit. I don't know how this compares to how she is, but I mean, it's a decent buff compared to just having like a secondary magic gear, which is like 5% extra damage reduction for the entire team, or 5% or like an 8 to 10% damage increase for the entire team, which is not bad. But again, it's kind of mild to nothing. Like it's a mild buff to nothing at best. But yeah, take for example this right. The kind of Louis, it started wave raises crit rate, but this also raises overdrive, right? So this is it's a big kit. This is nice. This is a big kit. This is essentially a rework, in the name of a gear. So it doesn't just make it just outright cheap, but you do have the opportunity to get that, and I think, again, getting a character rarity up is probably one of those things that matters. Again, with Cola units, it's probably the best thing you can do. But with the releasing of character Shadowfest shards now, honestly, what might be next is being able to obtain Shadowfest characters from shards. But I doubt they'll do it. However, that is, I hope, in the cards. Especially with the longer they wait on the units, the less useful they become. So I do hope that they not necessarily get added to the standard pool, but they get added to the exchange shop, essentially, right? So they are added to the exchange shop, but what I would love to see is if they get added to the lock character shop. Because again, seasonals, you can have those locked up all you want. Shadowfest at this point, probably might get power cut by a standard / new Shadowfest, since those are the ones that most people summon on, and probably what I will summon on. And again, I wish I could summon on the standard characters, but since the limited amount of gems that we have, it's hard to do anything with it. But yeah, this has been not necessarily my TED Talk, but kind of like a discussion on, again, saying kind of in the video. I'm kind of excited for what the weekly banner is releasing, but again, everything with a grain of salt. It might mean that upon third anniversary, when the third anniversary drops, you might be cooked, or it might not. I don't know. I do know that the 4 chapters, or this is the 5th chapter now? I think it's the 5th chapter. I believe it's the 5th chapter, Requiem, right, releases. When that releases, remember, make sure that you have about 63,000 gems on hand, if you would like to summon on it. If not, 56,000 is kind of like the bare minimum to summon on a character. You will not be able to use them since, again, like I said before, if a character comes out with a gear, from the beginning, / SS plus gears, SS plus relic, or even a secondary relic, from the beginning, it just becomes part of their kit. If you don't have that, you are basically missing out on an entire pass. Which, again, may not be necessarily like a good thing, but it does give you like a kind of like a sense, not necessarily like a sense of accomplishment, but it's a reminder that there's other games that don't do it as well, and even if it is free, it might be worthless. So, take it as me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one, stay solid, and bye. And enjoy, and have, I guess, happy Monday. Not really. I mean, yeah, it's happy Saturday when y'all see this, whatever. I could do that. Bye-bye. Have a good one, stay solid, bye-bye.